Ring of Fire rips right through Central America, lining its coast with all sorts of volcanic activity. Looming over the small colonial town of Santa Ana in El Salvador is the Santa Ana Volcano. It's just a few hours bus ride and then a 2-hour hike to reach the crater. Although the surrounding views are incredible, it's looking down into the crater and seeing the bright green lake that is most impressive. We also decided to hike up Cerro Verde to get better views of the perfectly shaped Izalco Volcano. It was a very unique hike, and here's how it went. Alright, good morning guys. It's our third day here in Santa Ana, and we're actually going to head up to the mountains today to Santa Ana Volcano and Cerro Verde, Izalco, and this is one of the things I'm most looking forward to here in El Salvador is going up the Santa Ana Volcano, looking down the crater, and there's just this like beautiful blue-green lagoon. But it's about 7 a.m., so we're just leaving the hostel now. We're going to head to the bus station, and the bus will leave at about 7:40 to take us up to the mountain. So let's go. Alright, we just found some pupusas while we were walking through town. 3 for $1. So that'll be our breakfast on our way up to the mountain. So we've come to this little bus station here on the edge of town, and there's just like this huge waiting area, and it's all backpackers waiting to catch the bus 248 up to Cerro Verde. And it's like 70 cents to take us all the way up to the mountain. So hopefully we'll be leaving right around 7:40, so just a few minutes waiting here, eating our pupusas, having some coffee, and then we'll head up to the mountain. So that bus took about 2 hours because we were stopping through all these villages, and then that old school bus was just like going so slow. But as we were climbing up the hill on the bus, we just had some beautiful views looking down on the lake to the right, and then to the left you could see just these rows of mountains off in the distance. So anyways, this is the place where we're gonna enter the park here, and there's like a huge group of backpackers here, so it's probably gonna be a big group, and you need to get a guided tour, so we're gonna have to pay for a guide and the entrance fee here, and then we'll start hiking up the mountain. So we have just begun our hike at about 10 a.m. and we're starting just through this like nice little forested area. We have some nice shade, and it should only be about 2.2 miles to get all the way to the top, and we're already starting at about 5,700 feet of elevation or so, and we're going up to about 6,600, so it's not too crazy of a hike, but should be really rewarding once we get up there, and looking forward to just the journey along the way. So let's hike. After hiking a little ways through the woods, we come to this little cabin here, and this is actually the entrance to the park here, and you'll have to pay another $6 before going up. So got our entrance fee and our guide, and we're ready to hike. So we're gonna let the group go ahead a little bit and we'll catch up to them, but check out the views from up here. You can see the lake, the mountains off in the distance. You can see Izalco over that way. It's beautiful. that was worth stopping and climbing up a little bit, even though I have to kind of like hike pretty fast to catch up to the rest of the group here. But it was nice to kind of get a preview of some of the great views we'll get from the top of the volcano. And there was a little map there, and it says we have about an hour left to go and about 2.75 kilometers. So we're still kind of just below tree level here in this nice little forest. So now we're starting to break tree line a little bit, and every once in a while you can just look off and see this perfect volcanic shape of Izalco, and you can see some of the mountains and the hazy valley off in the distance. So we're starting to get some views up here, which is beautiful. We must be a little bit more than halfway, and from here you can just look up and see the top of Santa Ana Volcano. There's a little platform here to look back over Izalco and just all of El Salvador below us. You can see the ocean way off in the distance, and yeah, we're gonna get some really good views from up here. Looks like we just did our last switchback, and the trail flattens a bit here, and I can see a bunch of people standing on the crater, so we're probably almost to the top. And we just made it to the top of this crater, and check out the view of the crater here. It is like the craziest green I've ever seen in nature. It's like this like minty, mossy green, and it's just so bright. And down there you can see some smoke coming up from the volcano still, and it has a very strong sulfur smell. And just the colors of the rock all throughout this crater, you see these like bright reds and bright yellows, and it looks like it's almost like 3/4 of a mile across the crater here. And then from the crater you can just look off outside of the volcano. You can see the lake below, you can see some other mountains in the distance, you can see Izalco over here, and again you can see the Pacific Ocean like way off in the distance in this just hazy light. So very beautiful. We're at about 7,500 feet above sea level, so actually a lot higher than I originally thought we'd get. So, but yeah, not too bad of a hike. So it probably took like about an hour and a half, if that, but very beautiful views up here. Alright guys, this crater is beautiful, and they even let us fly the drones up here, so I was able to get some aerial shots, but just the colors of the rocks, the water, and just so beautiful up here. So, and they even have this guy that sells ice cream, so You can get ice cream at the top of the mountain here. This is crazy.
¿Qué sabores?
Um,
Coco, fresa,
sí,
chocolate.
coco. ¿Cuánto cuesta?
1.50.
Gracias. Gracias. Wow. I saw people as I was hiking up that had ice creams, and I was like, how the heck did they get ice cream up here? But there's just this guy that's selling ice cream out of like a little cooler up on top of the mountain. So, so refreshing. Dude, what do you think of this mountain?
It's pretty cool.
I've
never seen water like that. Like sulfur.
Me neither. It's a crazy color. Alright guys, this has been amazing. Just like the colors, I've just never seen this color in nature before. The views all around here, the weather's just perfect. We have this nice breeze coming through. It's beautiful. We got to spend about 40 minutes up here, refreshed with some ice cream, and we're gonna head down soon. So let's go. Alright guys, so we just made it all the way down from the Santa Ana Volcano, and it's about 1 o'clock now, and there's another little mountain here called Cerro Verde that you can hike up. It's only about 1.25 miles, and it should give you a nice view looking over Izalco. So we're just gonna do this other hike and check it out. So let's hike. Going up Cerro Verde, there's a path you can take, but there's also just a road that kind of wraps you around for about 1.2 miles. So we actually ended up just taking the road. It's easy to follow. We just rushed up the mountain. We had to pay another $3 for the entrance to this part of the park, but we should have some unique views back on Izalco and looking back at Santa Ana where we just came from. So let's check this out. So from that viewing platform, yeah, you can just look out, and even down that way you can see the Ruta de Flores, which is where we're going to be exploring the next couple days. And then just, yeah, beautiful view looking back at Izalco. Cool just to come up and get a second hike in up here and enjoy some more views. So at the top of Cerro Verde here, there's like this flower garden with these really interesting trees and beautiful flowers and nice little walkways all through this forest on top of the hill up here. That was about it for Cerro Verde up here. It was a pretty quick hike up, and we didn't spend much time because we kind of saw the volcanoes already, and we want to head back down the hill. There's a really cool coffee shop called Crater Coffee, and it looks like really hip, and it has this beautiful view looking back on the lake. So we're going to try to hit up that coffee shop before catching the last bus back to Santa Ana. So let's go. We actually hitched a ride down the hill a little ways to Crater Coffee, and this place is going to have amazing views of the lake. So excited to come here. Haven't had like a good espresso drink in a long time. Check this out. Alright guys, this is like the coolest coffee shop ever. It just has this super hip interior here and like beautiful espresso machine. And then there's this like net out here that you can lay on, and you're just looking out over the lake, over Santa Ana. The volcano's just over here, and it's just a beautiful place. It's called Crater Coffee here, and it's on the way down from the Santa Ana Volcano. But yeah, we're gonna sit here and enjoy our coffee. That was an amazing place just to relax and have a coffee after so much hiking today. And just so good to have some really good El Salvadorian coffee and just that view. But unfortunately we have to head out. It's about 4 o'clock and the last bus back to town leaves at 4. So we don't want to miss that bus. So we're gonna catch the bus, head back to town, and that'll be about it for Santa Ana and the Santa Ana volcano hike. Very fun, good to get out here, good to get out in nature and see some of these beautiful mountains up close, and the craters was just so beautiful. So yeah, anyways, let's catch the bus and head back to town. We'll see you guys next time.